So I was playing Roblox the other day, and that got me thinking about some popular Roblox games. Like, how does the popular Roblox games even get popular in the first place? So I researched about some popular Roblox games to see why people like those games, and to see if I could, make one of my own games. So let's hop into the first game of the video, Tower of Heck. An average server in Tower of Heck involves people jumping over parkours, people falling off from rotating platforms. So the basics of the game is a tower parkour game where your goal is to get to the top of it. Now I haven't actually done this before, so I'm gonna try doing that. I'm gonna speed lap through this real quick. So now for key factors of this game, one of them is that it's a parkour game. Parkour games are liked by most people on Roblox because it gets them to test their skill on stuff, mostly parkouring. Another factor on this is the difficulty of the game. People like difficult obbies as, again, like I said in the previous one, it gets you to test your skill at stuff. And also another factor of it is the timer. Your main goal of this game is to reach the top of it before other players do. So it keeps people on their toes as they have to reach the top before anybody else gets there before them. So it's a nice race-esque thing. So that was a good game. Let's segue into the next game, Bee Swarm Simulator. So as the name implies, it's a simulator game. When you're in the pollen field, you click to use your shovel to collect all the pollen. So after you've collected 200 pollen, you head back to your hive. That is where you click E to make some honey, and after you get the honey, you can get some new eggs from the egg shop. So after you do this, once you have enough honey, then you head over to the egg shop and you click on the button to get an egg. Then, once you're done, you open your inventory thing and you hatch a basic egg. You usually get a basic bee from that, and every time you get new bees, the process goes quicker. People like this game because, one thing, it's a simulator game. Simulator games are fun and cheerful, and because there's no end to it, you can keep on going forever until you do find the end if you play way too much. Another reason people like this game is just how fun it is. The goal of trying to get more and more bees in your collection is really cool. Trying to get the rarer ones is even better. And when you upgrade to the final honey jar to see how much you can get all at once, it's great. That was a good game. Not gonna lie, it might have been too good because I spent 9 minutes recording footage for this part of the video without even realizing it took that long. Alright, we're gonna move to the last and final game, Theme Park Tycoon 2. Okay, so in this game, you take plot of your own land and you have to build a theme park, hence the name Theme Park Tycoon 2. As you can see in my park, I have got a lot of rides because I've been playing this for forever. But the main premise of the game is to keep building onward, and when you get more achievements, you can level up, and that will give you more rides, like the spinning ride behind me. And I'm gonna show you how to build one. So when you're ready, you just take one from the rides menu, place it down, then it'll give you this entrance thing. You place that down, you place down the exit, and you can rename it and stuff. You can just do whatever you want with the name, and then you open it. You can change the price and stuff, and that's basically the main parts of the game. Alright, so now on to the factors. I think a good factor of this game is how customizable it is. You don't have to stick with the designated cart rides, or you don't have to stick with the basic roller coaster design. This whole game is basically about you experimenting with other stuff and being creative. Another factor about the game is that it's a tycoon game. Tycoon games are usually pretty simple to make. Not this one, but just regular tycoon games are usually pretty easy to make. So maybe like the name Tycoon gets people interested in the game, maybe, I don't know. You use your theme park to get more money, and in turn that gets you more rides and more visitors. Next up, to actually making your game. The first part I'm going to talk about is scripting and coding your Roblox game. There's multiple ways to learn how to code. You can teach yourself or use pre-made scripts that Roblox provides to you. YouTube is a great source for scripting tutorials. If you ever get stuck, most likely a video on how to fix it exists. You just have to search for it. And also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes can happen at any time, and remember, there's always an undo button. Secondly, let's talk about gameplay. Gameplay is essentially the theme of your game. Like, what are players gonna do? Are they gonna build something, or are they gonna knock down something, etc. When designing your game, here are my 3 suggestions I have for you. The first one is to use the Roblox sponsor system to get your game to the public eye. Roblox has a system where if you pay them money and or Robux, they will promote your game. This can get your game seen by more people and played by more people. Secondly, when you're making your game, make the game simple and build up to harder stuff. For example, Theme Park Tycoon 2. When you're starting a new park and start off with nothing, you use your starting money to buy a teacup ride. And when you get that teacup ride, visitors start coming to your park to try to ride it. After that, you will gain money for every person that goes on the teacups. Once you have enough money, you can try building other rides to get people entertained. And as long as you get more money, more complex rides and roller coasters will be there for you to buy them and make your park a better experience. Third and final, continuously update your game. That will make people more excited for gameplay. Another thing that really isn't a suggestion, you kind of have to do, is give your game an age rating. If you don't, then people with accounts under 13 can't play your game, meaning that you'd get less players. It's just a questionnaire where Roblox asks questions about your game, talking about the maturity of the game. After you're done, you click submit and it will give you a maturity level. If you need to know how to do it, I would watch Guide Relp's tutorial on how to do it. I have Roblox Studio and all the free time to make a Roblox game. Why don't I do just that? The first thing I'd like to talk about is 2 things. One is, why did I choose an obby? An obby is a simple parkour game that people can jump across and, parkour. I chose this one because it already had a template on Roblox in the Roblox Studio, and it's fairly simple to make. Since it already included the template, you get to look on and see what you like to add to your game. For example, these ones were just regular platforms, but I changed it to look like James was going at you or whatever, and there's moving platforms. The second thing I'd like to say, since I'm not a good game developer, I used free scripts. Free scripts, the ones that Roblox provides or YouTube provides, they're always guaranteed to work. If it doesn't work, try looking at it again, because sometimes lines of code can be so precise, if you're missing only one line, everything can go downhill. So now, I'd like to talk about some reasons why I think you might like my game. Number 1, like I said, it starts off simple and then it gets harder and harder as the levels progress. For example, each level is color-coded. For example, the blue is the tutorial, the green is easy, the orange is medium, and the red is difficult. So, I also have signs here, like this quiz, but I'm gonna remove the quiz later on because, what do you call it? It's the names of Thomas and Friends characters, which some people might not know. But yeah, what do you call it? Another reason I think you'd like my game is it's an obby. Most people like obbies because they're fun and simple, and I think mine encapsulates just that. One more thing I'd like to talk about is if you ever want to play the game that I'm in right now, aka my game, the person who made this video will be making a Google slide with this game, the tutorial about age rating, and this video. In conclusion, Roblox games are a finicky thing, but as long as you follow the right people and do the right things, anybody can be popular. And also, one final thing before I end this video. Bread.